Hey, and welcome to this presentation on direct marketing on social media steroids. What we're going to cover today is how to invigorate your downline and reach thousands of Facebook accounts. Really not Facebook, but Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google My Business, all the different social media channels out there, and millions of people behind those that you can reach daily. So here's some of the common problems that we see out there in the direct marketing world. One of them is getting leads. Once you kind of go out there and talk to your first group of friends and family, that kind of thing, it's just like, where do you go from there? The second thing is retaining the people that they recruited. Fear of asking for the sale, of course, the fear of rejection, no history of success when they first get started, so they can't say, hey, I've done X, Y, and Z, so they have to lean on leadership until they can get their own feet that way. And so the next one is work-life balance. Typically people are not doing this full-time, so they're trying to balance this with their life, with their careers, and with their family and civic responsibilities, things like that, all the things that we do, school, all that. And so they may not have as much time as they would like to promote this. And then the last one is duplicating yourself. Which it's very hard to do at an individual level, and so you have larger meetings and meetups and things like that to try to compensate for that. But we're going to show you today how you can duplicate yourself very, very specifically to every individual person in your downline. So hang tight. Let's go through this. So what is this? So this is a whole process of creating specialized content to push into social media channels automatically. It's simple, it's effective, and you can take some of the best stuff that you have and just push it down to everybody's social media accounts. So the first step to do this is that we write amazing sales and product content for you. Now what we'll do is we'll interview you and talk with your top salespeople to get all the ideas on what sells, what's working well, how to promote and explain the products and things like that in the most effective way possible that you found. Then the second thing we do is we personalize that content, and we personalize it so it looks like the person themselves wrote it, not you. And the way that we do that is we are able to take the person's name, their city, state, their contact information, the sales page that they would send people to buy with their distributor ID on it. All that is personalized in all the different posts. And the way that something might look like, now forgive me for this example because it's super generic, and but this should give you the idea of how it works, which is, for instance, maybe there's a post there that talks about a product and it says, we offer these products right here in city. You can see that little short code there. What we do is we replace that short code with their actual city name. You can reach out to me and we put their name there. At email, we put their email there, and I can help you choose just the right product for you, or just click here to order now, and then there's their order link so that they can get credit for all the sales that you're going to push to them. But you basically just personalized every single post out there with this type of information on there. So this is very compelling to be able to write content once and be able to customize it and push it out many times to your distributors, to your downline. Now, the third part is that all they have to do when they sign up is really just connect their social media accounts. We'll do the training so that if they don't have them, that we can help them get them set up and configured properly, all that kind of stuff. But most people have at least a Facebook account, maybe Pinterest and Twitter, right? So they can immediately get those connected, and immediately they'll start posting content from you and your team. So the last step is we post awesome personalized content on their social accounts. Pretty straightforward, right? So let's talk about the benefits right here of doing this. So the first benefit is that you have the ability now for you as leadership to share your knowledge and expertise of the product so that they don't have to. So until they kind of ramp up and they can learn all this stuff, they can lean on you to do all this stuff and be selling and being productive in the meantime. So you can basically do what you do best, which is sell this stuff. Now, the second benefit is that you can use the skills of the top performers on your team as well and transfer them to the masses. So you can take all the people who do these things super good. Maybe they're testimonials. Maybe they're just like you have a good person on your team who's like super good at sales. You have another person who's super good at selling the business. Well, we can leverage all of those and push that through social media onto the social media accounts for them until they can model this behavior and be doing it themselves. Now, here's another one too, is to help overcome fear by building confidence in sales and modeling success patterns. So basically, as they see your social media come out, they're reading it, they're learning from it, and you're modeling good sales behavior that they will say, "Oh, I know how to write a post." Like when they start, wanting to write their own stuff, they're thinking back and looking at what you've done in the past and they're modeling it that way. So this helps them overcome their fear because first of all, they're getting sales because of your content being good. And then they're like, wow, I didn't know that, my cousin Nancy was going to be interested in this. I was kind of afraid to reach out to her, but boom, Nancy just made a sale because she wanted to try your product out. So this is a great way that you can instill confidence through the sales process by just doing good sales stuff on social media. The next one is the ability to leverage your success and wins as an organization and push these to the masses quickly and easily. So when you have people who have benefited from your product, from the things that you do, put these success stories out and get them out to the masses. This is a great way to get in front of millions of people to show the testimonials and the success stories that are out there without having to convince people like all your downline to put it on their social media, and then most of them not doing it because they forget, they get busy, they get distracted, things like that. So this is just a great way to just push it out there and get just great success stories out there. Nothing sells success, like success, right? The benefits, number 5, is the ability to provide creative and compelling social media content that's personalized to each distributor, no matter who they are or where they live. So we talked about this before already, but think about how personalized this can be when we write this properly. So it can have your strong sales content, your product knowledge, all that stuff, but have them involved with everything, with their name and their city and where they are and who they are, all that kind of stuff, all baked into it. Now the next one is the ability to reach out to all the distributors, friends and family, even if they don't or won't. If they're scared to do it, well, what they need is they need you to kind of like write that content so they know what's not too pushy, what's not, how to ask for the sale and how to do it tactfully, things like that. Well, put the words in their mouth and it'll happen. So you can reach out in places that they probably just were not super comfortable doing themselves until they start getting that confidence, and then all of a sudden they have no problem doing it. Now, a cool thing about this is that you can get more sales directly through your downline that you can affect. So basically these sales come through them because they're buying through the distributor's links, but they're getting sales in ways and processes they never thought that they would or could because now they have you behind them to help make those sales. Not only that, but you're going to get more distributors through the downline because you can ask people if they're looking for this type of a thing. And so now distributors will be reaching out to them saying, hey, I saw what you're doing here. Can I do some of that too? Because I have some people that I'd like to reach out to. So you can start helping them find more distributors through their existing contacts. Now the last one here is the ability to make thousands of dollars in the process. Now, what I mean by that is that this isn't going to cost you any money. In fact, this is going to pay you. So basically the way we do this is that we ask each individual distributor to invest in their own business by spending $19.97 each month for us to be able to push all this content into their account, to organize it, to schedule it, to do any of the customer support, the service that needs to happen on the social media side, to make sure that this gets out there. This is a total no-brainer. We're finding that people are signing up for this left and right because it's not a high dollar amount. So what we do is we give you a small percentage of, it's a small amount anyway, but we give you a percentage of the 1997 to help fund for your time and the time that we're going to spend with you developing the content, getting everything put together. So we have, there's systems in place where leadership are making, $10,000 or more per month off of this. And it's pretty easy to do. I mean, we do all the heavy lifting, we'll do all the writing, but we just need to do it under your direction. So it's not like it's going to take a lot of your time, I promise. And so that's how it's funded, so that you'll make money during the process, and everybody will benefit from this by making more sales and more distributors and everything all across the board. Now, there's also some really good company benefits too. The brand of the company can be maintained through this, because when you're writing the content, you're not going to misrepresent the products and the brand. So you can maintain the brand for the company. Not only that, it allows the company literally to sell direct to the public. The public being the millions of people that you can reach on thousands of Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google My Business accounts that are all out there that people voluntarily connect to. So you can do sales there. They come through the proper channels when they purchase, but now you can reach hundreds, if not thousands, of people that never would have been reached before. Another thing too is that you can minimize the number of false claims that are out there. If you're a health product out there, people just get excited about the products because they actually work, and they sometimes get too enthusiastic and they start making some pretty crazy claims, and that can get you into heaps of problems. What this does is it allows you to make claims out there, if you do, or at least talk around it in a way, so that you can motivate people to become interested in the product, but not get yourself in trouble with the FDA and other watchdog organizations. So this is a great way that you can kind of control the message all the way down to the bottom, and not have people kind of like saying crazy stuff that'll get you in trouble. The other thing too is that they can reach millions of potential buyers that are out there that they cannot reach now. People are often just too afraid. They're, that fear that we talked about before. We can just hurdle right past that, and you can overcome that fear for them by doing it for them. Now, the last one here is to leverage your sales and product expertise and spread it to the masses without lots of training. So literally without any training, they can have social media starting day one, and they can have it world class, starting from the very beginning and not knowing anything about the products themselves, because they come from you and your team. So this is a great way for the company to leverage their top dogs, and push it out to the masses on a very individual, personal level. So one thing that we want to do is take a minute and show you what it looks like behind the scenes, to show you what the experience is going to be for the end user, and also from our side, from the administrative side, on how we set this all up and do that. So let's take a minute now and do a quick demo. We just wanted to take a second and show you a little bit behind the scenes, to show you kind of how it works and how people are going to see this when they're using it. So what you're looking at right now is our administrative dashboard that we use to kind of like manage the content, to get everything scheduled out, things like that. I just want to take you through a couple of areas in here that I think that you might be interested in. And the first one is, where and when do we post? And so that's one of the main critical things that we do in the system, which is pretty cool. And so let me bring you over to, let me show you the monthly templates right here to show you what it looks like. So what we'll do is we'll create a monthly template that people will use as a framework on posting at all the right times. So let me show you this one right here. So this one right here is a product out here, and what we do is we have several different things that we do to market on here. We have promotion, we have product information, and we also have business promotion right here. The business promotion would be like bringing on new distributors, things like that, right? So once a week we have a post in here. You can see it's listed in the light blue right here. Once a week we have a business promotion post. You can see just once a week right there. And then 3 times a week we have product information. And then once a week we have just general health information for this one right here. This is a health related product, a diet related product right here. And so we have like general, just health related things right here. This is not promotional. This is just like your general health in here. And then we also have product promotion in here, which is this light tan color. And you can see once a week we're promoting this, like, hey, here's a product that we would like you to try out. It's only $30 to get, as a trial period, just to let you try it out, kind of a thing. That type of promotion where we're asking for the sale. The product information is kind of sales. It's more about the products, but they'll sell themselves if we talk about the products properly. You know what I mean? But it's a soft sell right here. And so, in addition to that, you're going to see that we have a Happy Monday and sometimes a Happy Friday as well. You can see over here that the Happy Friday is in pink and the Happy Monday is in green. And those are engagement level posts there, like, hey, you're getting, welcome to a new week. What is one thing that you've set as a goal for this week to accomplish? And so we're asking them to kind of contribute something here. At the end of the week, it's like, hey, congratulations on surviving another week. What's one fun thing that you're going to do this weekend? And so it's like an engagement thing just to kind of keep people around and talking and communicating, things like that. So this right here is the framework of what's going to be posted right here. Now where it's going to be posted is right here. So like if they have their Facebook account connected, it will post here. If they have a Twitter account, it'll post as well. If they have Pinterest, Instagram, Tumblr, Google My Business. So it's all kind of set up this way where this is what's going to be posted and then this is where it's going to post to. And you can see this one is at, let me go up to one up here. This one's at 9 o'clock in the morning, 8:40 in the morning, 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the morning. So you can see it's the time, the date, and the location that it's going to be posting. And everybody will pretty much use the same schedule because it's built on kind of an AI technology that allows us to understand like when people are going to engage the most. And so that's how this is built right here. Now that being said, all the person needs to do when they sign up is connect the social accounts that they have. Like we would send them a request to connect all the accounts, and if they don't have them, we explain don't worry about it, but to connect the ones that they have. So for instance, if we go over here to the social accounts and they have like a Facebook account that they have that they're going to set up, right from their email, there's a button that looks kind of like this right here that says connect to Facebook. The system will send them that email and they'll get connected to Facebook, and we'll see that they are immediately connected in our system when they connect on their side. So it's very, very easy to do. They don't need to come into our software. They don't need to see our software, nothing. If they choose to, let me show you what this looks like. Because when we have the calendar that's set up, let me show you what a calendar looks like. Now this calendar is right there. It's telling us that we have content in here that needs to be approved by the customer. And so you can see that everything is set up based on the template that we just saw. Now what the customer sees over here is this right here. In fact, let me go back to when they first go into the system, it puts them right into this window right here because we know that they have content out there that has not been approved yet. And we like to have them have control over the content. We write the content, we control it, things like that for all the promotional type stuff. But at the end of the day, it's going on their social media account. So they should have access to either approve it, to reject it, which almost never happens, or to edit it. So like if they come in here, they can edit this and they can just make a quick tweak to it. And then they can update that. I'm going to go close it right here and then approve it. So anything that they, that they may want to put their own voice in there, things like that, they can edit it. So they really do have complete control over all their content. Now, here's how it works. If they never come in here, if they ignore the emails, things like that, on the very first day of the month, before they post at 9 o'clock in the morning, it's usually like 2 o'clock in the morning on the first day of the month, if this has not been approved, we automatically approve it. And so that we can kind of keep moving forward. And so that happens and it gets put on their calendar that looks just like this. So they can see the calendar just like we see the calendar on our admin side. And the cool thing about it is like when things post up here, then we're able to see exactly where they went. In fact, let's just take a look at one real quick. If I'm going to click on this eyeball right here, it just shows us the post, which is like this little tree right here. And this is social media content because that's what this one is here. But it'll be, the content for your company. And then once it's posted, if you click right here on Facebook, it'll take you right to the post that showed up on Facebook. So they can click around and they can see where everything's posted, whether it's on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Google My Business, all those places. And we'll show everybody how to set up those social networks that maybe they don't know how to do as well. So they should be able to get all of them if they want to. So that is just a quick overview of what it looks like from a user's perspective. This is the client portal right here, where they have their dashboard, they have their content, and then their calendar, as well as just kind of a quick behind the scenes look at how we administrate this and how we make it all happen, how we kind of create the magic on the admin side. All right, pretty cool, right? So let's go ahead and recap what we just went over. So basically, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to leverage the top talent in products and sales. We're going to send out awesome social media posts to thousands of Facebook accounts, Twitter accounts, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Pinterest. I mean, all those social media accounts we can post on. People then see that, they buy, they join from the distributor as distributors themselves. They win, you win, and the company wins all the way across the board. And the coolest part, it doesn't cost you a dime. In fact, it makes you money. So there's no reason why we shouldn't get started right away. Wouldn't you agree? It's just everybody wins in this process. It's just really cool. So thanks for your time today, and I hope that this was helpful. And please reach out to the person who referred you to this site so that we can get started with you as soon as we can. Thanks, and have a great one.